Can the Rangers win 12 in a row? I think that's what it's going to take. This is the Roundup. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Texas Rangers Roundup Podcast. I'm RD. How are you doing? Rough weekend in the Metroplex, fans. Rough weekend. Ooh. Rangers, Cowboys. I guess the Mavs and Stars will be here before you know it, but at the moment, not great. Not great. Cowboys lose yesterday to the Saints. Actually, it's not even a close one. They got throttled. It was awful. But let's keep our focus on the Rangers in this one. 4 games against the Mariners. You get into it. You're feeling kind of good. I mean, not great. You pretty much got drilled by the Diamondbacks, but you're like, okay, we got to bounce back. Get a dub, and then lose 3. What are you going to do? Let's hop into it and see what's going on. First game, I believe, was Thursday. Excuse me, I had to turn around because I can hear my dog chewing on stuff again. I know I say it every show, and I'm sorry. First game, Rangers in Seattle. Starts off a little hot, you know. Well, not really. I don't know. Rangers win 5-4. Let's just say that. Festa gets the win. He's 4-1 with a 7.53 ERA. Snyder gets the loss. He's 3-3 with a 1.49 ERA. Yates gets his 30th save of the season. He's got a 1.27 ERA. Rangers get things going in the second with a Josh Young homer, and then score again in the 7th, 3 in the 8th. They put up 5 runs on 9 hits, no errors. Mariners 4 runs on 6 hits and had 1 error. Mariners made it interesting. They scored 1 in the 4th, 3 in the 5th, but that was it. I mean, Rangers took the lead in the 8th, didn't look back. And, second inning, Josh Young hits his 7th homer of the year. This is what it sounded like.
He was running back to the dugout.
Yeah.
Batsik, I just want you to know that Nate Lowe is shaking his head at me
deep out to right field. That's got a chance. It is gone.
There you go. You know what? The attendance was kind of weird up in Seattle. I don't know. Every time you looked at it, the stands were kind of, almost empty. But anyway, Rocker got the start. I thought he did great. Now, if you go and take a look at the box and you look at pitching and whatnot, he had 4 innings. He threw 4 innings, gave up 3 hits, 1 earned run, had 2 walks, 5 strikeouts. He did give up a homer. I think it was to Justin Turner in the 4th, if I'm not mistaken. Had a 2.25 ERA. It's exactly what you're looking for with him. You know, it's a sweeper, slider pitch, whatever you want to call it. I think he even calls it a slider or whatnot, but, it was working. And that's his pitch, right? He's not going to blow you away with speed, but that second pitch of his is awesome. He threw 74 pitches, 47 were strikes, right? And there was some crazy, whiff percentage. Man, I should have wrote it down because it was like they're making contact 20% of the time, maybe, when this pitch is thrown. I gotta get that. I gotta get that number. Maybe I'll post it on Twitter or something like that, or X. We'll just call it X from going forward. But anyways, Rangers get the win. Exciting stuff. Your players of the game. The MLB vote was Rocker again through 4 innings, gave up an earned run, had 7 strikeouts, 2 walks. Nathaniel Lowe was your fan vote. 2 for 4, a homer, 2 RBIs, run. Your top performers, Robles. For the Mariners, he went 3 for 3 with a walk, a run, 2 stolen bases. Miller, he threw 6 innings, gave up 5 hits, 1 earned run, and 7 strikeouts. And then Nathaniel Lowe is your third, obviously 2 for 4, homer, 2 RBIs, and a run. There was 4 homers in this game. Rangers had 3 of them. Rangers had 19 total bases versus the Mariners 9. All stolen bases, all 4 of them were by the Mariners. Mariners left 7 on versus the Rangers 4, and then there was 1 error, and it was by the Mariners, obviously. So, yeah, Nathaniel Lowe hit his homer in the 7th, smacked it to left field. I mean, you're thinking, okay, good. Tough win on the road. Start the series. You're feeling good. You know what's crazy is the next 2 games are the same scores, just switch teams. The Rangers, game 2, they lose 4-5. Rangers put up 4 runs on 7 hits, 1 error. Mariners, 5 runs on 10 hits, no errors. Rangers get things going in the 1st. They put up 2, and then 1 in the 5th, 1 in the 7th. It's not enough to get it done. The top of the 5th, that's Wyatt Langford's 11th home run to left field. And this thing was an absolute bomb. Here's what it sounded like.
They've struggled in close and late games. This ball smacked high in the air, deep out to left, and that is gone. A towering home run for Wyatt Langford.
It was massive. It was towering. Shared it on the YouTube channel as a short. Go check that out. But Chargois, whatever. I don't know. 3-1. He got the win. He's got a 2.23 ERA. Robertson gets the loss. He's now 3-4 with a 3.18 ERA. Munoz gets his 21st save of the season. He's got a 2.14 ERA. The fan and MLB vote for this one's Rodriguez. Obviously, he's your top performer as well. 4 for 5, home run, had a double, 3 RBIs, 2 runs. Rayleigh's next. Rayleigh. I don't know. I said Rayleigh's, but Rayleigh. 2 for 2. He had a double. He got hit twice in the game, and he stole a bag. Langford went 1 for 3. Homer, 2 walks, RBI, and 2 runs. Both teams had a homer. Then 15 total bases for the Mariners versus the Rangers 10. 2 stolen bases for the Mariners. That's always in the game. Mariners left 10 on versus the Rangers 8, and Rangers had the lone error. So, not terrible. This is also the game where DeGrom got the start. He's back. Thought it was great. He threw 3 2/3, gave up 4 hits, had 4 strikeouts, looked good. So, they're getting their pitching back. It's just at the end of the year. It's. I'm not saying this season's over, but they don't rattle off 12 wins in a row. They're going to have the E next to their name in the rankings or the standings. So, but it's good to see DeGrom back. Can't wait till next year, right? We're already talking next year. We're thinking next year. It's like, okay, good. But anyway, the Rangers get the loss, and then pretty much same thing, game 3. Rangers lose 4-5. They put up 4 runs on 7 hits, no errors. Mariners, 5 runs on 10 hits, no errors. Munoz gets the win. He's 3-6 with a 2.10 ERA. Leclerc gets the loss. He's 6-5 with a 4.57 ERA. Mariners get things going in the second. They put up 1 in the second, 1 in the third, 2 in the fifth, and then 1 more. They walk it off. Well, they break the tie. They walk it off in the ninth. But Rangers put up 2 in the third, 2 in the fifth. That was courtesy of Leota Taveras home run. It's his 10th of the year. Little 2-run action here. It's what it sounded like.
Here's Taveras. He's hitless so far on this road trip. 2-2 pitch, and that ball is whacked down the line, staying fair, gone.
Yep, down right field line.
Met that one.
He did. He smacked the pee out of it. And then the other 2 runs came from Marcus Semien. He had a homer in the 5th. But and what's funny? Carson Kelly was on for both of those, so he got 2 runs in that game, or scored 2 runs, I should say. Your player of the game, Rayleigh and Arozarena, your top performers. Taveras is in there. He's 2 for 3 with a homer, 2 RBIs and a run. Then Rodriguez, 2 for 4, a homer, walk, RBI, run. Robles, 2 for 5, 2 doubles, a run, and 2 stolen bags. Both teams had 2 home runs each. Mariners had 19 total bases versus the Rangers 14. 3 stolen bases in this game, 2 by the Mariners, 1 by the Rangers. And Mariners left 10 on versus the Rangers 4. You're like, it's close. You're so damn close, right? And this is a Scherzer start. He threw 4 innings, gave up 5 hits, 2 earned runs, had 2 walks, 2 strikeouts, gave up a homer. Studs are coming back, but they're just not getting the bullpen's kind of falling apart. Let's just be honest. They're the ones kind of coughing up the games. But 5-4, another 5-4 loss. These are close games. You got to win the close ones. I understand it's on the road. I understand it's to a division rival. I guess if you want to call it a rival. They're ahead of you. You need these. These wins are they matter, obviously. So, but anyways, you're like, all right, screw it. Down 2-1 in the series. Let's just get into Sunday. It's a Sunday afternoon. It didn't get any better. Seattle wins 7-0. Rangers had no runs and only 1 hit. The Mariners 1 hit the frickin' Rangers. Kirby gets the win. It's his 12th, he's 12-11 now. It's 3.62 ERA. Heendog gets the loss. He's 5-14 with a 3.89 ERA. Mariners get things cooking immediately in the first. Garver jacks 1, a 3-run. Jimmy Jack. They put up another 1 in the 6th, 1 in the 7th, 2 in the 8th. They score 7 runs on 14 hits, no errors. Yeah. All your players of the game, your top performers, they're all Seattle, but yeah. Garver jumped all over him. It's good to see him hitting for another team, but it was a tough series. It really was. I'm not saying that you're looking forward to the season being over, after these last 3 games, but it's just like, if you can't beat Seattle, what are you going to do anywhere else? And then obviously you get waxed by the Diamondbacks. Now, Heaney threw 5 innings in this one, gave up 7 hits, 3 runs, had a walk, and had 3 Ks, gave up a homer. But I mean, he's decent. He's not terrible. He's got a good ERA. It sucks, right? Garabito's he threw 2 innings, gave up 3 earned runs and a homer. So I'm just saying, relief is where it's where the Rangers need to put their focus and address. Their stars hit. I don't know. Sometimes they go cold, but they got starting pitching. They need relievers, and it wouldn't hurt to have like a shutdown guy come in. So I know a lot of injuries has plagued this team this year. Injuries with pitching. Also injuries on the defensive side and the offensive side, with Young missing a chunk of games. I don't even know if I talked about this, but Seager, he had season-ending surgery, I believe. I need to actually pull that up because I was like, I need to talk about that. But I was like, it's the injury report. Season's over. What do I need to talk about? I was like, well, just don't be a jerk. Just talk about it. But here's your latest news. Urania, shoulder fatigue, placed on 15-day IL. DeGrom was activated, obviously. Corey Seager, he had a sports hernia. That's what it was. He was transferred to the 60-day injured list. I was like, what did he do? I forgot what happened. I knew it was like abdomen or whatnot. Spores is still on the 10, 15-day. I don't see him. He returned September 10th with a scoreless inning and allowed 2 runs on a hit, 2 walks. That was on September 13th. So I just don't. If you're not kind of making a push, are you really going to bring these guys back? I don't know. Let's go ahead and just let's cheer up a little bit. I mean, this isn't going to cheer you up. I'm sorry. This is not going to cheer you up. Let's take a look at the West. Astros in first. They hit the 81. They're at 81 wins right now, 68 losses. Mariners are now 4.5 games back on them. The Rangers are 10.5 games back on the Astros after the terrible. Astros are on a 4-game winning streak. Mariners are on a 3-game winning streak. Rangers on a 3-game losing streak. Now, there's some plus side here, obviously. They have the Blue Jays coming up. They're 3 at home. They got 3 games at home against the Blue Jays, 3 at home against the Mariners, 3 road games in Oakland, and 3 road games in L.A. The positives, both those teams, the Oakland A's and the Angels are both eliminated from the playoffs. They're done, right? Now, Toronto is still kind of screwing around. They haven't been eliminated, but they're dead last in the AL East. That's a great thing. And then hopefully, you could at least beat the Mariners, win a series at home against the Mariners, right? But you're going to have to win out, and you're going to need some help. Speaking of which, let's go ahead and take a look at the wild card standings. Yankees are right now in the East. Guardians have the Central. Astros have the West. I don't know why I said that all weird, but that's the way it goes. Baltimore is right now leading the wild card, plus 4.5 games. Kansas City Royals plus 2.5. Twins right there on the breaking point of the line. I don't know why I can never figure out how to, articulate that, but whatever. Tigers and Mariners are both 2.5 games back. Red Sox 4.5 games back. Tampa Bay Rays 6.5. Blue Jays 7.5. Rangers 8.5. So like I said, they're going to need to win out, and they're going to need some serious freaking help. Now, they don't have a game today. They're heading back home to Arlington to host the Blue Jays. So they'll have a game tomorrow night. I don't know. Maybe I'll go live or figure something out if I want to talk about it or not. But to be honest with you, I'm just mentally exhausted from the weekend. And obviously with fantasy football going on, or NFL football, we have fantasy going on with SB Fantasy Football Podcast, Strikeout Beer Podcast. It's just a lot going on. And it was a wild, wild weekend again for me. So right now, as it sits, for the Blue Jays, the probable pitchers, right now, they don't have any listed, right? The Rangers have their guys listed. The Blue Jays don't. Tuesday, 7:05 pitch time in Arlington. Nathan Eovaldi's taking the bump, taking the hill. He's 11-8, 3.67 ERA, 150 strikeouts. Then you got Cody Bradford on Wednesday, 7:05. He's lefty. He's lefty. He's a lefty. He's 5-3 with a 3.97 ERA and 60 strikeouts. And then you got Kumar Rocker back on it. Righty. He's no decision on the first game. Obviously, he only threw 4 innings. He's got 2.25 ERA, 7 strikeouts. I can't wait to see how he does he's at home and against the Blue Jays. Looking forward to that. So as the probable pitchers come out, I will post those on X. But, yeah, I mean, it'll probably be game day, obviously, for each of those midday. And then when the starting lineup's released, we'll go ahead and talk about that. And I will be changing up the format of this podcast going forward. We will be looking more at rosters, lineups, things like that. So promotional nights, nothing really doing this week. As far as the only one I see against the Blue Jays or hosting the Blue Jays is Dollar Hot Dog Night, and that's on September 18th, 7:05 pitch, as I mentioned. And then do look ahead towards the Seattle game. September 21st, that's Saturday, against the Mariners. It's Ardolis Garcia Cartwheel Bobblehead Night. And then Sunday, the last game of the series, last home game in Arlington, it's Mystery Replica World Series ring. First 29,000 fans. They'll be distributed at random. The ones they're saying are left are Seager, Simeon, Garcia, or Eovaldi. And that's also Ice Cream Sundays. That's a 1:35 little Sunday afternoon game. There is the day game coming up against then I pull that up. Hold on real quick. I think it's against the Mariners. Is it Mariners? No, Blue Jays. Thursday, 1:35. That's right. We were talking about probable pitchers with Kamar Rocker. Yeah, I'm going to try to go to this game. It's a day game. It's on a Thursday. It's right up my alley. So I'm going to try to head out there to the ballpark. But, yeah, I mean, you know what time it is. The Rangers have to know what time it is. You gotta win out to even have a chance. Got to get hot. Can they do it? I don't know. But will we be here to watch it? Yes, we will. I just need to make sure I hit the right button when I say, let's go Rangers. Thanks for listening to the Roundup.